All right, welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. You know the mission. We grab a pile of sources, cut through the noise, and pull out the absolute must-know nuggets for you. Today, we're heading into a bit of ancient mystery, but through the screen with the Throne of Egypt slot game. Now, this isn't just, another slot game. It looks fantastic, really pulls you in. So we're going to unpack what makes it tick, maybe find a few surprising things under the hood.
Yeah, it's actually fascinating how much detail you can find when you dig into a game review like this. We're looking at an analysis that goes way beyond just like the basics. It covers mechanics, design choices, the whole player experience. It's a great window into how entertainment uses these, well, ancient themes today.
Okay, so let's start with that journey into digital Egypt. The first thing that hits you, the visuals. I mean, the ancient Egyptian theme is just it's incredibly rich. You got hieroglyphics, temple stuff everywhere, background details, everything. And the symbols, well, they're exactly what you'd expect, right? Scarab beetles, pharaohs. Is it Cleopatra? Tutankhamun.
Both, yeah. And the gods, too, like Anubis and Ra. Plus, those golden treasure chests, canopic jars spinning around. It really sets the scene.
It really does pull you in, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And thinking bigger picture, that cohesive look, it's not just decoration. It's smart design. It keeps players invested, gives a kind of narrative feel, even though it's a slot. Underneath it all, technically, Throne of Egypt is pretty familiar ground. It's a 5-reel, 3-row video slot,
Yeah.
25 pay lines you can adjust. But it's that theme, that art, that really lifts the whole experience beyond just the standard mechanics.
Right. And speaking of mechanics, beyond the cool look, the real action comes from the special symbols. Digital artifacts, you could say, unlocking things. So the Throne of Egypt logo itself, that's your wild symbol, like a joker, basically. Fills in for other symbols to make wins. But here's the kicker. It shows up stacked. Picture these wilds piling up, maybe covering a whole reel. That seriously boosts your chances for big wins. We're talking up to, what, 10,000 coins?
That's a potential, yeah. Pretty significant. Now, while the wild helps with regular wins, there's another important symbol, the cobra scatter. Scatters are different. They don't need to be on a pay line. They just need to show up. Get them on reels 1 and 5.
Ah, okay, specific reels, 1
Right.
and 5.
Exactly. Land them there, and bam, 15 free spins. And crucially, during those spins, all your wins are doubled. Plus, and this is exciting, you can actually re-trigger more free spins while you're in the round.
Doubled wins and more spins, potentially. Okay, that sounds valuable. But you mentioned something else, the real heart of it.
Right, the Eye of Ra bonus symbol. This is where it gets really interesting. It triggers this unique 3-level bonus chamber. It's almost like a mini game.
3 levels. Okay, break that down. How does that work?
So you start off needing to find keys. You pick from scarab beetles to find them. Get the keys, you move on. Level 2 involves picking eagles, but you only get a few picks. Then the final level, you choose one of 3 princesses.
Princesses, okay.
And she reveals a multiplier. That multiplier then boosts, your total winnings from the whole bonus feature.
Wow, okay. That sounds much more involved than a typical pick one bonus, a whole multi-stage thing. Who does that appeal to?
That's a great point. It definitely caters to players who enjoy a bit more than just hitting spin, people who like that feeling of progression, discovery, making it feel like more of an adventure. And this ties into player control, too. You can tweak your bets quite a bit. Coin size from just a cent up to $1. Activate just 1 pay line, or all 25. That flexibility lets you really tailor the game, match it to how much risk you're comfortable with, your own strategy.
Yeah, that makes sense. And strategy brings us to volatility and RTP, return to player. This one's medium to high volatility. So for you playing, that means, well, maybe fewer small wins, but the chance for some really big ones, right? The kind that make you sit up straight.
Exactly. It's that thrill of the chase for a larger payout.
And the RTP, the number I saw was pretty impressive, like 96.9% up to 97%. That seems really high.
It is, definitely on the higher end. It means, over the long run, the game is designed to return a good chunk of wagers back to players. Makes it quite player-friendly, actually, compared to many others out there.
So good odds over time. Are there other little features, things that add to the experience?
Yeah, a couple of nice touches that show they were thinking about the player. There's a skill stop option, lets you manually stop the reels.
Oh, right. Gives you that feeling of control, even if it's subtle.
Precisely. And then there's an expert mode for autoplay. You can set it for 5 spins, 10 spins, or just let it run continuously. Just handy convenience features.
And it works well on phones too, right? Not just desktop.
Yep, fully optimized for both. Smooth animations, responsive controls, whether you're on a computer or your mobile.
Okay, good to know.
So wrapping it all up, Throne of Egypt really manages to blend those classic slot mechanics we all know with this very rich, layered theme. And crucially, it adds these rewarding, kind of engaging bonus features. What's quite neat is how it takes ancient mythology and weaves it into a modern game design so effectively. It's more than just a pretty face.
So the takeaway for you listening, maybe think about how these ancient stories, these mythologies keep popping up and adding depth to even, modern entertainment like this. Makes you wonder what other bits of the ancient world are just waiting out there to be, unpacked in a totally new way, something to ponder.